Hello everyone. I want to thank you guys for volunteering to do this project with the Department of Human Services related to their performance evaluation process. This video will take you through the background of this project, tell you about your role in this project, as well as providing you with information about how this can benefit you beyond what you'll experience next week. So let's start with the background. So DHS is making changes to their employee performance evaluation process. They are moving to a scale of 1 to 5, with a 1 being a very low rating, probably meaning you need to be on a performance plan or something similar, and 5 being exceptional. A 3 means you're doing your job. So the majority of DHS employees will receive a 3. They come to work every day, they do a good job, they do what's expected of them, no problems, no issues. That's a 3. A 5, or a rating of a 4, means that you are a highly ranked employee and you need some justification for receiving that rating. Now, along with this, there is a perception of favoritism among staff. I've been working with DHS for about a year now in the Department of Disability Services, and one of the things that I have found is that there's a strong perception that supervisors like certain people and dislike others. So the concern with this new employee performance evaluation process is that it's the supervisors that are giving the 4 and 5 ratings. And they need to make sure that it is done in the most fair way possible. So that's where we come in. And as I said, a rating of a 4 or 5 means you're exceptional. Supervisors will submit justification, which is what you will be helping to review. And a 4 or 5 does result in an increase in pay. So that's why this process is even more important. The criteria that they are measuring the 4s and 5s by is initiative and internal drive, mentoring, efficiency in improving operations, and professional relationships. And I have attached to the email I sent you a document describing what each of these criteria mean. So what is your role? Well, your role is to be a third party to the discussion of the 4 and 5 applications. You're there to monitor the conversation, ensure that adequate attention is given to each application, that they're not just skipping over some, and offer suggestions or ask questions if the conversation is not moving forward or is contradictory. So you are there, to kind of be that moderator, making sure that they're looking at consistent information, making sure that when they evaluate an example, that it's consistent and fair with how they evaluated the other examples from other applicants. So your job is to ask questions like, well, why do you think they deserve a 4 or 5? What specifically about their work says that they achieve this rating? How is this above and beyond their daily responsibilities? You are there to keep them focused on the conversations that they need to have. And if one person tends to be dominating, then look at the other person and ask. Say, well, share more about your opinion and why you think this. And that will ensure that there's balance in the conversation. So each of you will be matched with 2 DHS directors. You will have a location in our department where you will spend some time going over these things and prompting them in this way to have a fair and balanced conversation. Your role is not to understand the job roles being discussed. They're going to be talking about job roles that we have no background knowledge of. So it's okay if you don't understand the ins and outs, of the job that they're talking about. You just need to make sure that the conversation stays on track. You also are not responsible for making final decisions regarding who receives a 4 or 5. That is not your responsibility. And that's the director's responsibility. Again, you are there just to make sure the conversation's moving in the right direction. So what is in it for you? Well, you're getting paid $200 of your time. You're having an opportunity to network. So you will have an opportunity to meet directors, pretty high-level directors who work for one of the largest state agencies in our state. And there's internship opportunities and, various things like that. So it's good to network and get to know people like this. You can also put this on your resume, that you were part of this project, and that's a great way to build your resume. And there's the potential for case study. I know in some of your classes you have to write about organizational examples and experiences that you may have had, and you could develop a case study based on these things. So I'm looking forward to working with all of you on this. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I did this video because I know that our schedules are very crazy and getting everyone together is pretty impossible. So I'll provide more details about the specifics of the timing and where we need to meet and all of those things in the email that I send you. But again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much.